guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, aka Alexis in Life. In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how to make this cute little flamingo. This is my original design. I love it so much. It's super cute. I would say that it's a little bigger than my parrot design. But yeah, I don't have a band count yet, but I'll probably tally one up at the end and put it in the description. If you're new to my channel, please like this video, comment below, subscribe to my channel for more tutorials, follow my Instagram, which is Alexis_looms, and please do check out my Etsy shop because this flamingo is listed. Let's get into the supplies you will need to make this little guy. To make this, you will need rubber bands, a hook, a C-clip or stitch marker, safety eyes, and some stuffing. Gather your materials and we can start this. We are going to be starting off with the flamingo's beak. I am using black for that. Make sure to have your C-clip, S-clip, stitch marker available for this. We're going to be starting out with a magic ring of 4. So wrap a band around your hook 3 times. You're gonna, I just lost that band. You're gonna take a band, pull it through, slip that band over, and you're gonna do that 3 more times. I keep dropping them. Oh my gosh. This is gonna like be so small, my camera isn't gonna wanna focus on this either. That's 2. 3, and 4, boom. So you put your stitch marker or C-clip on the band around your hook. Now we are going to be doing single crochet increase to get a total of 6 stitches. You really have to look at this to make sure you are getting in the right stitches because it is so small. This is 1, 2, 3, and stitch 4 is right here. 4. So make sure you're going through the correct stitch. That will be a single crochet. Next stitch is an increase. I don't know where to put my fingers during this. So you're going to go back into that stitch and pull another band through. Next stitch is a single, so that's 1 band through, and then you should be hitting the one with your stitch marker or C-clip, and that will be 2 rubber bands through that stitch. And when you pull your last rubber band through, you can grab everything and make a slip knot. Actually, I lied. You probably want to make a slip knot with the color you are using for your flamingo. So I am using pink, so I'm going to pull, oh my gosh, I'm going to pull a pink band through everything. Then I'm going to try and go directly across from that one and pull another pink band through. The next thing we are going to be making is the wings. you will need 2 wings. So I'm going to show you how to make one, and then you'll pause the video and make another. To make this wing, I am using 2 colors. I'm using a pink and then a lighter pink. To start it off, it is a magic ring of 6. To get the split colors, you will do 3 pink and then 3 of your other color on the wing. You will complete those like this. That's 1 pink, 2, oh gosh. This is my last of my normal pink. And then, oh, that was a little weird. I'm going to be switching to my lighter pink. I guess you can do like a color change if you want. It's not a big deal if you don't. It could get confusing for some people. So that's 2. And then 3. So I have 3 stitches of each color on here. Then I am gonna take my stitch marker and put it on the band around my hook. Then the next thing we do is just an increase all the way around. So you're gonna find your first stitch, which is right here, and you're gonna do a color change if you want. Pull a band through, and then you're gonna go back through. And do an increase in every stitch till you have 12. My gosh, why is this not like focusing for me? I guess I need to be like further away from the camera for it to focus. Now, if you did do the color change, this first loop here is not a stitch. That's from your color change. So you're going to want to go into the next stitch. You can do another color change if you want, but for the last row, I don't remember if I did any color changes, but I'll take a look and see if I did, because I don't know, you'll be able to kind of see the color changes if you do them in the last row. So okay, you should have 12 stitches. Putting that C-clip on your band around the hook. Oh, I guess you can do color changes in the last row. The last row for the wings is just 12 single crochets. So be sure to skip that first stitch because that is from your color change. You can do another color change if you want. And now it is just 12 single crochets around your wing. I think this is a pretty simple tutorial. There isn't much attaching. The only things you need to attach is the nose, the wings, and the legs. The body is all together, so you don't have to worry about attaching a head or whatnot. Some people have like problems getting stuff straight, and I honestly struggle with that too sometimes. Like when I make my cows, I literally put my legs on like the bottom of the body, and I noticed that like some people make them like angled, and I'm like, that seems like it'd be hard to do. Like I like to keep them straight. Otherwise, like I think They look weird. I don't know. That's just me. Okay, and then this is my last stitch for the wing. I'm gonna take my stitch marker off. Okay, I'm gonna go through the next stitch and take a body color band and tie off. Then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna skip a stitch. I'm gonna do every other stitch. I'm gonna do a slip knot, only in the body color bands. I'm pretty sure that my other wing that I attached had 4, but we could make 3 work, right? Okay, so go ahead, rewind the video if you need to, and go ahead and make another wing. The next thing we are going to be making is the tail. For the tail, you're going to want to start out with your lighter color, and we will be doing a magic ring of 4. I'm sure you know how to do that already because we have made quite a few of magic rings already. Oop, I did not go through. All right, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stitch marker on the band around your hook. Now we are going to be doing single crochet, increase, increase, single crochet, which should give you 6 stitches. It's kind of like my candy corn, but we'll be using it as a tail. So I did a single crochet. These next 2 stitches will be increases. I don't actually remember how many rows that I did of the lighter pink color. I'll have to look back on my Flamingo because I forgot to write that detail down. And then you should be back at your stitch marker, which you'll be doing a single crochet through. Let me double check. So the next row we're going to be doing is increased, wait, no, it's going to be the same pattern as the last row. It's going to be single crochet, increase, increase, single crochet till the end. It's still in your lighter pink or whatever color you're using. That's a single crochet. This is going to be an increase. And we're going to be doing another increase. And it's 2 single crochets to get back to your stitch marker. Now this is the row where you switch to your Flamingo color. I'm just using pink. And this row is also going to be single crochet, increase, increase, 3 single crochets. So, but remember to do your color change. Color changes make it look pretty. That is your single crochet. The next 2 stitches are going to be increases. And then you should have 3 stitches left, which are both single crochets. I said are both, but there's 3. That makes sense. And then make sure you get in there. Now this is going to be the last row, which is just 10 single crochets all the way around. Let's count our stitches. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. You should have 10 stitches. I just think this stitch got really small. Okay, this is gonna be a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, you should have 10 stitches after doing that. If you don't, it's not really a big deal. So you're just gonna put your hook through the next stitch and tie that off. I tied off this with 4 bands, so we're gonna add 3 more. I kind of just did them randomly because there really wasn't like an even way to put them on here, so I just put them in random spots. So yeah, this is what you should have for the tail. The next thing we are going to make are the legs. The legs are super simple. I'm going to be using fuchsia for them. I googled what color they were and they said they were like a reddish pink or they could be orange. So for this one, I'm going to use fuchsia. To start the legs, you are going, let me push that out of my way. You're going to be doing a magic ring of 6. I'd really like to know who named it a magic ring. What is so magical about it? Does anybody else wonder that, or is that what they call it in like crochet? Is it a magic ring? That's probably just a magic ring from crochet, but maybe it is magic, who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I just need 1 more. You will need 2 legs as well. I'll just show you how to make one, and you can pause and make one yourself. So the rest of this leg is 5 rounds of single crochets around the magic ring. I'll show you how to do like 1 or 2 rows, and then I will leave you to do them all on your own. Probably just 1 row to try and keep this video as short as possible. It is 5 rounds, so usually for 5 rounds I put out 4 bands because I'm going to be doing the first row right now. You just go through your first stitch and do single crochets all the way around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you do that for 4 more rows. If they end up like a little longer or shorter than the ones that are on mine, it's really not that big a deal because Flamingo's legs are pretty long, but I didn't want to make them too long because it's kind of a small design. Okay, so pause the video and do 4 more rounds of single crochets. You should have 6 stitches remaining in the end. this is what you should have after doing 5 rows of single crochets. Now to tie off, I am just going to go into the next stitch and take my Flamingo body color and tie that off. And I'm just going to make 3 slip knots across. So you put your hook through both sides of the stitches and tie them off. And it should look something like these do. I think this flamingo is going to be so cute. We have done all of the prep work, so now we can finally get into the flamingo's body, which I'm excited for. So yes, so now we're going to start the body. To start the body, you are going to start out with a magic ring of 5. Hello camera, please focus on the little things I am doing. Yeah, I just use my phone to film, so like I don't have like a professional camera or anything. So sometimes it's hard to get it to focus where I want, especially when both of my hands are in use. Oops, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, I think this should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, you take your stitch marker, whatever you're using, put that on the band around your hook. The next row is going to be an increase all the way around, so when you're done with this row, you should have 10. If you don't know what an increase is, it's just 2 bands in the same stitch. I almost dropped that band. Sometimes you know how like people sell like crochet patterns? Like I wonder if people would buy rainbow loom patterns. I think like most likely not, because not a lot of people loom these days, and crocheting is like still kind of popular, I guess, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? If you make it this far, let me know. Oh my gosh. Don't do what I just did, because I'm salvaging some stitches. Okay. And you're going to want to put stitch marker on the band that's on your hook. Next row is single crochet increase. After completing this row, you should have 15 stitches. I still kind of think my tutorials are bad. My fingers are all up in the way. But like, I imagine the people who watch them have a general idea of what I am saying. But I'm not too sure about that. But I didn't get any complaints on my parrot tutorial, and that was my first ever tutorial. I get complaints in other videos, like, you should try to be more in the camera frame. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, when I filmed some of my older videos, like, I didn't have, like, a tripod, and, like, I didn't have a way of, like, knowing where stuff was on the frame. So I hope my videos are better today. Okay, row number 4 is going to be a single crochet increase. When you finish this row, you should have 20 stitches. That's 2 singles. Now we do an increase. Two singles, and then an increase. I never know what to talk about. Like, I think like awkward silence for a tutorial is like weird. Or is that just me? Or do you want it to be silent? Do I talk too much? I don't know. I wonder if you can hear my parents downstairs, because I think they're talking on the phone and I can hear them all the way up into my bedroom with my door closed. So we try to have a nice background, but my mother talks very loud when she's on the phone or just talking in general. Last stitch should be an increase. This is what you should have so far. For the next 3 rows, you are going to go around and do single crochet. Sorry about that, I got a phone call. So you're gonna go around and do 3 rows of single crochets. I'm not gonna show you any rows because they're just single crochets, 1 band in every stitch, and you should still have 20 stitches after completing those 3 rounds. This is how I do a decrease. I grab the band closest to me in the first stitch, and I grab the band furthest away from me on the second stitch, and then I take a band and pull that through everything, and voila, that is a decrease. I will show you again. First band, furthest band, pull a band through, there you go. It's just a single crochet and then a decrease. This is so we can make the neck part of the flamingo. Honestly, I made this flamingo, that was my first try. I could probably make some improvements to it. Like, the body isn't like as round as I wanted it to be, but like after putting the feet on, it didn't really make a difference if it was going to be round or not. I don't even know like what gave me an idea to make a flamingo. Like, I was just messing around with bands. Okay, so I've actually come to a little dilemma that I didn't write down in my notes. Let me count my stitches real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so I guess the last 2 stitches in this round are actually single crochets, which I didn't write that down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, so last 2 stitches are single crochets. And then this next round is also single crochet decrease, and the last 2 stitches are also single crochets. So we just repeat that round we just did. Single crochet, decrease, single, decrease, single, decrease. This is going to be a single, and then our last decrease. Oh my gosh, my nail looked dirty. I swear, I don't know, that's just what it looks like. Then we're going to be doing singles, last two. You should now have 10 stitches at this point. We're gonna pause the video and add the eyes and nose and then stuff the head after. So let's do that. This is how my head looks for this flamingo. I'm not even sure how I picked where the things go. That's just how it came out. I'm gonna take the nose and I'm gonna put that on first. The face is your discretion because I don't really know how to explain it. I just kind of do it. Once you find, it's hard for me to tell. I'm gonna do it maybe like a stitch lower because that's just, it looks like it's lower and it looks like the eyes are higher. Let me see. I don't know, maybe it's just because it's not stuffed and it looks a little wonky. I'm gonna place the eyes to see where I kind of want the nose. I think the eyes that I used in the first flamingo were size 10, so I'm just gonna be using some black ones. Why is doing the face so hard? I don't even know if I did it before the neck because it looks so wonky. I'm gonna do the face. Oh, my stitch marker's open. I'm gonna attach the nose. Or the beak. I'm not going to skip a stitch. I'm gonna put it in directly next to the stitch, and how I close it off is I knot them twice, but only knot it twice if you are positive that is where you want the beak to go. And then for the eyes, it looks like they're kind of even with the beak but higher. So I am gonna put one over here. Then I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put it in the 5th hole that I see, if I can pick up the eye. Okay, it looks a little, oh man, looks a little wonky to me right now. So maybe I'm gonna put it in the 4th one, actually. Okay, yeah, that looks better to me. I guess it all depends on where you put your nose. Now I'm gonna add a little stuffing. I'm gonna do the safety eye backings off camera. You wanna add enough stuffing to give the head some roundness, but you don't want to overstuff it to where you can see it coming through the stitches. Just kind of want to shape it to however you want it. It kind of looks a little weird out here. I'm not really sure. Okay, yeah, that looks better. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more. And that's what it should look like. Now for the next four rows, you are going to be doing single crochets all the way around your 10 stitches. You should have 10 stitches. I am going to be doing them off camera to save time. You should know how to do a single crochet because we have done them for the legs, the tail, and the wings. So do 4 rows of single crochets around your 10 stitches and meet me back here when you are done. This is what you should have so far after doing 4 rounds of 10 single crochets. That is the neck part. And now we are going to increase for the body. So we are going to be doing single crochet increase all the way around. I'll do that with you. It's just these single crochet rows that I will skip. Single crochet increase. If I can get the band through. Single crochet increase. Oop. If I can get the band. Single increase, single increase. You should have 15 stitches this round. Let me count to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I do have 15, so we will be moving on to the next row, which is single crochet increase. So we will be doing 2 single crochets and then an increase. So this is 1, 2, and then an increase. Make sure you grab both stitches. A single increase, a single increase, single, oh gosh, losing stitches. This is an increase. I lost my train of thought because I lost my stitches. Do I loom too fast? That's what I want to know. I don't think I loom fast, or my tutorials wouldn't be like an hour and a half long. Wait, did I mess it up? Did I mess this up? Hold up. Okay, that's gonna be 2 singles and an increase for the last 2 stitches. 3 stitches actually. And you should have 20 stitches all the way around. At this point, you're probably gonna want to add a little stuffing into the neck area because it does expand quite a bit. Well, not that much more. We increase just 1 more time on this row, and it doesn't get any bigger than that. So for the next row, we are doing 3 single crochets and an increase. So 1, 2, 3, and an increase. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, increase. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single, 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 increase. And you just do that till you get to your stitch marker. For the last 3 stitches of this row, it's going to be single, single, increase. That actually brings you to 24. There was an error in my notes. Oops. Like I said, I made that flamingo on my first try, so I didn't write everything down most likely. But the last 3 stitches, it's single, single, increase. And then you should have 24 stitches after doing that. And now we are going to be doing 1 round of single crochets all the way around. So I will do that off camera and you can join me when you are done. So this is what it looks like after doing 1 single crochet around the 24 stitches. This next round, we are going to be doing some decreases to close off the body. So it's going to be single, single, decrease. So it's 2 singles and a decrease. I wonder how long this video is going to turn out to be. That's 1, 2, decrease. 1, 2, decrease. 1, 2, decrease. 1, 2, decrease. 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease. I'm gonna count my stitches in case my stitch count is wrong on my note. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, so you should have 18 stitches. And then the next row is going to be single crochet, decrease. We're almost done. Single crochet, decrease, 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 single, and then we're going to be doing a decrease. You are going to want to stuff this right now because this is our second last row before we close this completely, so grab some stuffing and make sure you get some stuffing in the neck because it might look funky without it. I'm not sure if I overstuffed that or put just the right amount of stuffing in there. Yeah, okay, that looks good to me. And now you're just gonna do decreases all the way around, or at least that's what I have in my notes. So you want to push your stuffing down so you don't get it in between your stitches. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I closed it and I attached the rest of the body parts when it was closed. I guess I thought it was kind of hard to tell where to put the wings when the body wasn't finished and the legs weren't on. But that just might be me, like, I don't know, fam. Now you should be at your stitch marker. I am going to do one more decrease, and then we are going to tie this off. And I like to bring my tie-off band through some of the last stitches to fill up that little hole, if there is a little hole. That's just something I do. It kind of makes it tighter in some parts, but okay. And then let me just get it through this side. Yeah, and then you can go ahead and hide this tail inside the body. This is what you should have so far. I really do hope you guys like it because you really did want a tutorial for this. So now we just have to start adding our stuff. The tail is last, the wings are second last. Yeah, so we're gonna add the legs first to the bottom. Attaching the legs is kind of tricky because you kind of want them like in the middle, but not in the middle. I am going to, let me look. I'm gonna attach them here. I'm just gonna see how it looks. I'm not gonna make a real decision for them until I attach the other legs. So what I like to do, I don't tie it off. I just kind of put the band around it. Shouldn't be able to see it really that much because it is in the back. And then I take my next leg. I might, just judging from this leg, I might move it out one stitch, but I'm just gonna try and see what it looks like anyway, because I might like it. And I hate reattaching things when I don't like how it looks, because it brings like the stuffing out and stuff. I don't know, it does look like a little not straight to me. Okay, I actually ended up doing the legs off camera because it was really hard for me to find it was really hard for me to get them even to kind of look like this. But if you kind of want it to sit, you can like put the legs like a little higher up, but like when you put them directly on the bottom, it's kind of hard for it to sit down. Now we have to attach the wings. If you want the lighter color in the back, you should put the tie-off bands on that, but I want the lighter color in the front. Now, I don't entirely remember how I attached the wings. I know I just kind of eyeballed it and I went like that. And then I'm gonna choose another random place like that. And wow, this wing, like as long as it looks, I actually think that looks like a good placement. Instead of tying it off, I just kind of put the last band over the wing, so it kind of gives it a little space away from the body. But putting on the second wing is just harder because it's hard to, you can eyeball the first one, but you can't eyeball the second one because it's hard to like get them to match up, or at least to me, unless you guys are like stellar at attaching stuff. I kind of put it where the slip knot bands fall just to see how it looks. See, now this wing, I think this wing is a little more up there because it's kind of more, it's more close, so I'm gonna put it back a stitch. What do I think about that? I actually don't mind how that looks. Let me see how it looks with the band over. I actually think that this wing is still further back, but it's really hard to just eyeball it. It's really hard to tell, but I think I I think I'm gonna leave it. I think I'm gonna leave it like that because that looks the best to me. Like I said, it's all up to your personal preference. Like, you don't have to follow exactly what I do. This is what I have. And for the tail, you don't need to stuff this either. I kind of just plop it in the back and just attach the 4 slip knots. Like, there isn't a science to this. If you want it in the middle, that might be a little harder if your wings aren't even. But this is just what I do to attach the tail. I just use the 4 slip knots because it's not like a huge deal to me if it's not perfect. Like, I'm not trying to have like a perfect flamingo. I'm sure all flamingos are not created equal, so I actually am pretty happy with this placement. I attached that on backwards though. Pretty sure it's supposed to go like that. I'm actually pretty happy with that placement. You can slip knot it and hide it in the body if you want, but I'm just gonna do the same thing because you really can't tell that you've done it. So yeah, this is your flamingo, and if you want to put the little white hairs on the top of the head like I did in this one, I used white bands. You can use whatever color you want. I just randomly placed them. I'm just double checking this again. Okay, I just randomly placed them outside of the magic ring that you started with. And you can cut them with a pair of scissors. I don't have a pair of scissors handy over here, so I'm not gonna get up and get them because my camera setup for this is kind of tricky and I don't want to like mess it up. But I will cut these later. You can see it on the thumbnail. This is my little flamingos. Why isn't it focusing? Focus, focus. My little flamingos. They're probably, honestly, I think it's really cute. I love them. I'm happy with the design. As long as you guys like it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please like this video, comment below, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorials, follow my Instagram, which is Alexis_looms, and please check out my Etsy shop where these 2 cute flamingos will be listed. Anyway guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and that's basically it. That is today's video. Bye guys.